what initially brought me to the community college was I was really motivated to be educated because I grew up in poverty and my mom never went to school. She got pregnant at 15 with my oldest brother. So I grew up in a single family household, and experiencing those struggles really motivated me to go to school. School was kind of my sanctuary away from home. It was a safe place. And I had a 6th grade teacher who actually really inspired me. And so it was kind of from then on, that was my goal. I was working at 19 at Denny's, doing the graveyard shift, and I hadn't started yet. And one of the diner guys asked me, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I said, I'm going to school. That's what I want to do. And he said, what are you doing to get there? And I wasn't doing anything really. I hadn't signed up classes. I hadn't even stepped foot on a campus. So that really stood out to me as something nowadays even that motivates me. What am I doing to get there? When I want something, what am I doing? And that encouraged me. I probably signed up for classes within that month. I went to community college at Delta College in San Joaquin County, but then I eventually transferred to Shasta College. I initially wanted to become a teacher, a community college teacher actually. So it was like a humanities pathway. I was majoring in history. Community college has changed my life dramatically. I actually was a student worker at Shasta College. I saw a hiring sign in front of the library. I love reading, and I wanted it so badly. It was the coolest thing. So I actually worked in that library for 2 years as a student worker, and the people I worked with were incredible. They supported me as a student, they supported me as a worker, and I eventually got 2 years of experience to actually apply for a permanent position at the college. And more than that, I met faculty that really changed my life. I actually partnered with the history instructor, Chris Rodriguez, and we led student learning trips to El Salvador. So we did 3 different trips where we led student groups on a service learning trip about the history of El Salvador. They suffered a major civil war that ended in the 80s, or ended in the 90s, but that changed my life forever, right? I left the country, I led students and experienced these really deep things that kind of sparked the humanitarian in me. So I'm really passionate about those social justice issues and immigration and things like that. And so that experience, it changed me forever, and my family also, because I got to come home and share these ideas and share these experiences. So I started as a student worker, worked full-time, and then I recently applied for the program director for career services. So now I'm in administration, and I'm now working on my master's degree. So going back to school, and it's changed my family a lot. I'm the primary breadwinner. I bought my first home. No one in my family across generations has ever gone to college. I'm the first college graduate. A major obstacle in my success to my pathway was primarily financial. That was difficult, and I also worked and went to school, so working full-time and having to study was really difficult. I was a FAFSA recipient student, so I'm really thankful for that, but that got me through halfway through my bachelor's, and I almost dropped out. It was actually a coworker at the college who it was really really motivating me to finish, and she crowdfunded the rest of my bachelor's. So I was able to finish that degree. So really it was just the support of my friends and family that have helped me overcome those obstacles financially. That was so helpful for her to crowdfund that. And my family's always supporting me. I'm sometimes been doing homework at midnight. My husband will cook dinner. All those things that they do to support me while I'm studying. The instructor that really helped guide me through college mainly was Chris Rodriguez, the history instructor. That trip to El Salvador was just so inspiring, and his vision for students was inspiring to me. You know, I initially did want to become an instructor, but I wanted to change policies. I became passionate about removing barriers for students because there were so many barriers for me. And he was a real big champion of that, and without his influence and pushing me in situations I would have never been on. Like, we were doing fundraisers, raising money for community projects in El Salvador, and I was put up in front of big old groups talking to people, and it's easy because you're passionate about it, but still I would have never done that without his leadership and support. One thing that Chris told me was, do what you say you're going to do. And that was something that always stuck out to me. So following through, right? And going through that journey with the other students, kind of learning all of our different experiences and barriers that led us and motivated us through college. That was the insight. We're powerful when we unite. And when we have these like-minded individuals at these community colleges helping students and sharing our stories that can relate to them. One exceptional thing about the campus where I work is the people. They are truly passionate about student success. I've been at the college for 8 years now working, and as a student, I stayed long enough to earn 3 associate's degrees. Really ridiculous, I know. But it's the people. They're supportive, they're encouraging.